Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warrior LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warrior LTV. Keep it locked.
Now, I'm gonna tell you. We, as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I said? Set the bar for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this. Yes, I brothers and sisters. Once again, greetings in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I First, and all things good and wonderful amongst us and about us. Welcome viewers and subscribers. Viewers, if you like the content, subscribe. I'm going to grow the platform. Seen? Don't know. So we see a recent advertisement in a recent time in the Jamaica Observer. You know, I should have looking at the ownership and say who owned the Jamaica Observer, before I really, but no matter anyway. But we see an advert for Mali pill. And from the article sound more like introduction and like entice somebody to buy the thing rather than a deterrent. It's nowhere near a deterrent. May I read it from Tono quickly. See, because we have 3 more articles for read. I want to show where Mali come from and how was the smoke without fire. So be careful of them Chinese, terrible. You see it? Alright, look now. In South Africa in a recent days, like probably about 7 days ago, 21 students died in a nightclub. They were celebrate school breaking up, graduation type thing. You see, 21 students, I think the age is ranging from 13 to 17. You understand me? Now, I read some story too now to see how this are tying and look right. See, however, Mali is a happy drugs. See, where make you forget your worries and your problem and things like that, and you just feel happy and horny and nice and partyish and everybody is lovely and everybody is, see, but if you're in a bad mood, it amplifies that mood as well. See, so yeah, if you feel like you're somebody in a war and you take a Mali, you're the wickedest man. I'm going to read the story. One Mali was broken into 2 pieces, and when a 24-year-old man swallowed his half, he felt the effects within minutes. It lasted around 6 hours, and your eyes would be wide in amazement as you hear him detailing the effects that hopped all over his body like a sugared up child at a playground. But the effects didn't send him running away. They left him wanting more. And so he continues to go back for more of the drugs that the National Council of Drug Abuse, NCDA, has described as unsafe. That sounds like condescending, especially if not prescribed. International expert says Mali is a street name for MDMA, 3x4 methylideoxy methamphetamine, which is a popular rave drug used at nightclubs and music festivals to alter mood and perception. They have warned that though many people may see Mali as a drug that help them to let loose, connect to others, and dance all night, there are many facts about the substance of which users may be unaware. Alright, them show you, them advertise how it make people feel. They happy, whatever them claims to them I do. The good part of it, see, you're going to hear them say, however, there are bad things, but them not going into the details. So I show you again. So them people are them normal. The man revealed that he has gone from 1 Mali a month to 1 every week. This he described as a recipe to de-stress after a hectic work week. All you can hear is just the so-called benefits. See? And like many other users of the drug, he expressed in detail his addiction to getting high. A part of Jamaica Observer produced documentary entitled Mali Pandemic that will be premiered later this month. I was first introduced to Mali about a year or two ago. I tried it because of curiosity. I wouldn't say compelled, the man recalled. I was more curious of what the reaction would be like. I just wanted to feel the high that I've always seen on TV. I don't regret trying it, obviously, because I still love it, doing it. And I still love doing ecstasy. It's like the best feeling ever, he continued. No, I'll let him argument there. It's an advert observer I make for the sale of Mali. You know, see, nobody, the man frequently paired Mali and ecstasy, referring to them as one. Kevar Bennett, registered pharmacist as Parkview Pharmacy in Mandeville, said that is a serious misjudgment. Mali is a chemical laboratory drug that is produced in the lab. The drug is produced in its crystalline form. Ecstasy, on the other hand, is chemical that is altered and is known to contain other stimulatory drugs such as amphetamines, caffeine, and other forms of drug. Mali is more dangerous because this is the crystalline form of the powder. It is pure crystalline powder, Bennett told the Sunday Observer. You know, that sounds like, it could come into me like cigarette advert, you know, about advertise say don't smoke, smoking is bad for you, but all it do to the addict is remind him to go smoke again. So them really, when them claim to them now make a cigarette advert, when them do that, it just remind that that's the only effect it have, and them know, so them keep doing it. You know, see, so you know this is, you know, this act like it is a deterrent, but it is more of a, you know me I say, advert, like it attract you. Bennett explained that Mali takes about 15 minutes to reach into the bloodstream and enter the brain, after which it works at the neurotransmitters, and there are three in particular. There are the serotonin, the dopamine, and neuropinephrine. Serotonin is a chemical that carries messages between nerve cells in the brain and throughout the body. The dopamine is a molecule that plays several important roles in cells, and neuropinephrine. Hey, no Mark Springer dead laughing a rasta. Is an organic chemical that functions in the brain and body as both a hormone and neurotransmitter. Further, the man who sourced the pills for 2000 told the Sunday Observer that though he has taken the drugs while smoking and drinking alcohol concurrently, the drugs on its own supersedes that of weed and liquor. The liking that I have for it would be the high that it gives. It doesn't really give you a bad after feeling, unlike weed that leaves a bad smell on your breath, and liquor that makes you hungover. You know, why not? You never bad rep. You know, bring the introduction on the front line. You can see it like the best. You know, it doesn't do any of that. It just make you a little tired, he said. I was put onto it by a friend. They were trying it and they gave me a piece to try, and I always wanted to. The first time, to be honest, I couldn't move. My limbs were numb, but it felt so good at the same time. Hey, Jamaica Observer, I tell you, say you do a stellar job here, so we don't want you to tell you that. I'm not going to further with it, because that's a corruption that, and we don't dwell on that. You see, but what I do now, I read from the doctor them report. You see, the officially. And remember, we have another story of read to with what? With the 21 children them who suspiciously lost them life in a club in South Africa. See? Alright. Now, you see, this article here, well, particular one here, I tell you, 9 things everybody should know about Mali. See? Now, I'm not going to read the whole 9 of them. Don't get it twisted. See? I'm going to read 5 and 6 alone to the item, because I'm certain the observer could have found this information same way and put it in a them article and show the ramification of this. Alright. Mali is dangerous because of the toxic mix of unknown chemicals. Users have no idea what they are taking or at what dose. Unlike MDMA and other illegal drugs that have known effects on the body, the formulas for these synthetic drugs keep changing and they are manufactured with no regard to how they affect the users. You are playing Russian roulette if you take these compounds because we are seeing significant batch-to-batch variances, Santos said. For example, officials have found completely different ingredients in drugs sold in same packaging. Santos also said the amount of active ingredients can be dangerously different because the dosing for those sort of drugs are in micrograms. The room for error is tremendous, and we have seen a lot of deaths with some of these compounds. The DEA has developed its own reference material to state and the local law enforcement because they were encountering so many different drug compounds they'd never seen before. At the DEA testing lab, technicians are constantly trying to unravel the chemical makeup of newly discovered drug compounds that have been seized. See? Now, number 6, where does Mali come from? See? Now, with that one here, we can safely say you never see smoke without fire. See? We have seen the amount of Chinese in Africa, South Africa particularly, and Jamaica in a recent time. See? We see that, we are aware of that, we know that. Alright. I say you never see smoke without fire. I read the story, no, I go with that one there, you know. Alright. Almost all the chemicals in Mali and other synthetic drugs come from laboratories in China. Chinese chemists sell the drugs online, and middlemen in the United States and around the world cut it with other substances and either place it in capsules or sell it as powder. Other kinds of synthetic drugs can be sprayed onto plant materials and smoke, such as synthetic marijuana. But it's difficult for law enforcement to keep track of all the chemicals. The DEA says it's seen about 200 individual chemical compounds since 2009 and 80 new compounds since 2012. As soon as a compound is discovered and banned, another one is created to take its place. Interestingly enough, the formulas for these drugs were discovered by legitimate scientists working on new medications. The formulas could be used as medicine because of the stimulant or hallucinogenic effects they had on users, but the recipes for the drugs still remain. Clandestine chemists have used the scientific literature to create hundreds of new chemical compounds for the sole purpose of getting people high. There is no known legitimate purpose for any of these chemicals. Seen? So, what's being done about it? Why can't the government just make it illegal? Congress passed the Synthetic Drugs Abuse Prevention Act in July 2012, which controlled 26 compounds by name, but there are hundreds of compounds, and every time the government makes one illegal, chemists alter the formula slightly to make it a substance that is no longer controlled. US officials say they are discussing the issue with the Chinese government, but most of these chemicals are legal in China. See, now we have to consider Wagwan because the country full of Chinese. See, and as soon as them come on the back of that, Mali come as well, and well established amongst the society, youth them. You see, now, like we read and we see the effects of what it do. It's a feel-good factor. It just bring in that no matter where I go through. You see it unless, well, make us say it amplify the mood. See? Amplify your mood. So if you intend for wicked and self-destruct, it amplify that. See? If you intend for make love and party and enjoy yourself and love everybody around you, it amplify that. See, you know, time after time we in a good mood. A man get a money and him in a good mood. Certain things covered and in balance in just Papa Mali, and the mood they amplify 10 times. You know, see it? And a man in a bad vibes or somebody hurt him friend or disrespect him or whatever. Him just Papa Mali in other vibes there and 10 times wickeder and 10 times more aggression and all of that. The Jamaica Observer advertisement a while ago just explained that to you, yet there is no caution and there is no suggestion or reference to crime rate in Jamaica and the use of Mali. It sounds like somebody a laugh and a enjoy this new bread and butter invention, the best thing since sliced bread. I saw the article from the Jamaica Observer sound to IRASTA. I don't know if none of the island pick it up. You see, it's like there's no ramification, no danger. You know, it's like the only research them do is from an addict's point of view. Them just listen to the addict and write what the addict say. Nothing where the medical, anyway, make us something suspicious going on in South Africa in a recent time. The 21 children them me are telling about. And it come like to the South African authorities them a draw them foot and a get and spell and a talk about it's poison. Make us read this quickly. At least 21 teenagers, including a 13-year-old, mysteriously died in a nightclub in South Africa on Saturday. Many are thought to have been students celebrating the end of their high school exam on Saturday night, provincial officials said. There were no visible wounds on the bodies. Officials have ruled out a stampede as a possible cause and said autopsies would determine if the bodies could be linked to poisoning. Now listen, this happened way over a week now. Way over a week. And the authorities still no update nobody and what's going on. Them still await for toxicology report. You know, does it take that long to come back with a blood exam to see what sort of chemical cause this? Because it's obvious. All right, Mercury. There was no visible wound on the bodies. Officials ruled out a stampede as a possible cause and said autopsies would determine if the deaths could be linked to poisoning. See, crowds, including parents whose children were missing, gathered on Sunday outside the tavern where the tragedy happened in the city of East London, while mortuary vehicles collected the bodies and agency France Press AFP correspondents saw. Senior government officials rushed to the southern city, including National Police Minister Becky Silly, who broke down in tears after emerging from a morgue where the bodies were being kept. It's a terrible scene, he told reporters. They are pretty young. When you are told they are 13 years, 14 years, and you go there and you see them, it breaks you. The provincial governor of Eastern Cape said 8 girls and 13 boys had died. 17 were found dead inside the tavern. The rest died in hospital. Drinking is permitted for over 18 in the township tavern, commonly known as shebeens, which are often situated cheek by jowl with family homes or, in some cases, inside the homes themselves. But safety regulation and drinking age laws are not always enforced. We have a child that was when I talk about should be in here so in a people house. You know what I'm saying? We have a child as a nightclub this happening, so I'm gonna indicate towards it's be a cover up a go on. Be a cover up when I read the thing them the article them surrounding the story and them just sound shelly and holy like the guy them just nonchalant with them investigation and not really care. You know see, cause certain detail is missing and certain details what I bring is irrelevant. It's just rough with cover up to me. You know see. We have a child that was there who passed away on the scene, says the parent of a 17-year-old boy. This child, we were not thinking was going to die like this. This was a humble child, respectful, and said grieving mother, standing next to her husband outside the morgue. President Cyril Ramaphosa is attending the G7 summit in Germany, sent his condolences. He voiced concern about the reported circumstances under which such young people were gathered at a venue which on the face of it should be off limit to persons under the age of 18. All of this is irrelevant right now in Africa. We want to know how 18 children die, and that are the thing we want to find out. Oh, we don't want business, how them did dead, if them did them free for dead, as a matter of fact. All of that no make no business with that, you know. Rasta, 18 people, 21, me talk about 18. 21 children. I want to talk about how them reached in the first place. Like when they still a look for blame the dead picnic them Rasta. Eh? What kind of disgraceful thing this Rasta? Misrepresentation of humanity. 21 children, I want to talk like this, like so well then. One thing, children are going to find themselves in a various places, Rasta. So this looks suspicious. This look evilly suspicious. What's with this Mali business are going around the world? You see it and anywhere, everywhere the Chinese them there. Mali just readily available to the black populace. I want to go on like I don't want to turn back to them thing and blame the victim them, Rasta. How can I eat that thing them, Rasta? Over in Jamaica, we have a newspaper where I celebrate and advertise it. I do a free advert, a whole column of an advert regarding the phenomena Rasta. You don't see it? And watch this. Africa, they've not looked on it like so well and them children. Yeah. This look more like a drug overdose than anything else. Oh, should have more people in the club. 2 adults should have in the group of children, them too. If I was like a poisoning type thing, a random type poisoning, you know what I say? 2 adults should have in the group, man. Somebody just wicked enough in your club and target children alone. You know, see it? And never them alone in there, you know, whole heap of them say the club ram. At one point, they make it want to look like it's a stampede. You see? Then, autopsy now will prove otherwise because none of the children them have none of them damage upon them, Rasta. You know, see it? The man them feel like say, me a listener, me a watch a story a killing, you know. You know, long more observe it, but because they not get no information, the South African authority them a cover it up. Which is a disgrace because they know what going to Rasta. When they bring this feel-good drugs come issue out amongst poor people so that them figure out them troubles and them worries and distracted. I want to can thief and rob them more. Them thing our black leader them are the wickedest thing them will ever happen to we in a Rasta. You know see it? Wickedest thing will ever happen to we. And the media them we cover with story, we're supposed to meet the forum, them were supposed to be like a sort of, you know what I say? Them worse are corrupt Rasta. And it's too obvious now. You know see, I them can, you know, make where them can make where them want to make out of that Rasta, but this look like it's a purpose thing being done to I community Rasta. This look like it is being done purposely. You see, them just happy and just, I mean, life serious. What if a thing out there to be concerned about and make sure say, yeah, oh yeah, I give thanks to you, sir, Rastafari.